Hello everybody, this is Frontal Baba here and welcome to race number 12.5 of the 2018 NASCAR Skittles Cup Series season. This is the All-Star Open and All-Star race here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's right, the All-Star race is a thing as a part of the season because it's a thing in the real sausage world, so it's a thing in this universe as well. So, however, the format of these two races are going to be quite interesting. Since the NASCAR has decided to give up on controlling cautions, what we're going to do instead is something a little bit interesting. So, the All-Star Open, I should say, is going to be a 25-lap race. And for the All-Star Open is of course the qualifying race for the All-Star race. So if you don't automatically get into the All-Star race, you can still get in there by racing in the All-Star Open. And how this is going to work is that since this is going to be a 25-lap race, what's going to happen is that whoever leads the field on the 10th lap will make it into the All-Star race, and then whoever leads the 20th lap will also make it into the All-Star race. However, if they already led the 10th lap, then the person in second will be credited for the win, and they will be able to advance to the All-Star race. And of course, the winner by the end of the race will also make it into the All-Star race. Although, if the person who already won the things will already advance, then basically the guy in third place will get credited for the race. So, without further ado, let's now give you a starting grid for the All-Star Open. Starting on the pole for the race is William Byron. Alongside him in second is Chase Elliott. Third is Clint Boyer. Fourth is Joe Logano. Fifth is Daniel Suarez. Sixth is Oliver. Seventh is Nia. Eighth is Duck. Ninth is Donald. 10th is Bud Wallace. 11th is Rebecca. 12th is Alex Bowman. 13th is Eric Jones. 14th is Paul Menard. 15th is Danger 6. 16th is Mr. Eli's brother. 17th is Derper. 18th is Mr. Lady. 19th is Mommy. 20th is Atlantic Castle. 21st is Reed Sorensen. And 22nd and last is Can't Drive. So a 22 car field, so not a huge amount of cars, but these are all the guys, of course, who didn't get into the race by default. Because, of course, there are certain ways you can't actually get into the All-Star race by default, but none of these guys were able to do any of those ways. So they're going to have to try their best in this race if they do want to get into the All-Star race. So, of course, the big question is, who is going to make it into the All-Star race by this race? Well, of course, we're going to find out. 3 guys will be able to make it in. And, of course, those who do make it in will race in the All-Star race, but everyone who doesn't will go home. So this is going to be an interesting race regardless. And may the best racer win. Also, is it just me or is the game volume a bit too loud? Let me check, just out of curiosity, because I don't want to try to... oh, good job. Come on. Volume mixer. You're going to see the volume mixer for a second here as I'm going to try to load. I know this is very professional. Yeah, it's all the way down at 6, which is what I had last time, so... Okay, I don't know what the story is on that, but whatever. So without further ado, let's get the race underway. Well, underway as the pace car... Or, well, you know the story, okay? The pace car is going to go down pit road, then the green flag is going to go, and we're going to see who can lead by lap 10, lap 20, and by the end of the race. This would be interesting. And the pace car is off. The field is set. And green flag is in the air, and we are underway for the All-Star Open. William Byron is going to get a bit of a run on his teammate Chase Elliott, with Clint Boyer tucking behind him. But this is going to get dicey real quickly, or maybe not. This is Charlotte, though, so this should be interesting. So Clint Boyer now currently running behind second to William Byron. Chase Elliott has now managed to lose a few spots. Oh, but they're going to pass him on the inside lane, though. That's going to get dicey. Clint Boyer with the run on William Byron. And that's going to be for the lead. Oh, there's a crash behind. Oh, dear. There's been a crash in the All-Star Open already. A bunch of people have gone to a huge pile-up. Holy moly, that is big. The field is slowing down, but that is a big accident right there. I wonder what happened there. We're gonna have to find out. So we have a crash already in the All-Star Open. So let's now rewind time and see exactly what happened to cause the caution so early in the race. So it looks like the field was wrecking. So the lights go out, or the lights go on the pace car, and the field wreck behind. It started out with Eric Jones, and you can already see a glimpse of the accident behind. But it looks like Eric Jones was just coming off of turn number 4. Oh, actually, tell a lie. It was started out by, actually, no, it was a few situations where people were getting into the wall. So let's go into the helicopter camera so we can see this from a better view. So you can see Joe Logano here hits the wall, gets into Oliver, and I guess, yes, Logano got into Eric Jones and sent Eric Jones through the infield grass, but Joe Logano was able to keep going. But back here, however, some more stuff was happening, and or was stuff happening? Yes, there definitely was. I think these two, I think the Lighty Bros actually made contact here, did they? They indeed did. Mr. Lighty's brother clipped the outside wall, and Mr. Lighty got into him, so teammates having a bit of a rally here. But everyone made it through here clean except for Eric Jones, so we can only assume that Eric Jones is going to come back onto the racetrack. Paul Menard's going to crash into him, and the most of the rest of them will get involved as well. Looks like Donald got involved as well. Derper, he's gonna get, oh yeah, Derper's gonna make contact. A few of these guys are gonna make contact, they just spin behind him. Oh, looks like Lenny Council made it through, and looks like Mr. Light's brother and Mommy, and, oh, Reed Sword's gonna get tagged. And now for Mr. Light, who's gonna, oh, just barely missed Donald. And looks like Mommy will be able to make it through clean. So, some guys were able to have a lucky escape, but most of these guys, nada. So let's now get back to the pace car and just see what happens next. There are no mandatory piss-offs in this race, so we'll have to see what happens. Because the pace car is just going to come out like so, and take the first car, or the lead car, I should say. Okay, so a few guys are going to now having to come on pit road, but others, however, not having to do so just yet. So we're going to fast forward and see what the field is going to look like when we come to the pit road. So it looks like all is going to stay out like so because it's very early on in the race, and it looks like no one's really going to pit at the moment. Well, a couple guys had to pit so they could repair the damage, but overall nothing too severe at the moment. It looks like that, oh, it looks like Dirtbag's not on pit road, but it looks like the rest of the field, however, looks like they actually did survive, apart from Danger 6. Looks like Danger 6 was the only, nope, never mind, he's up there, so looks like there were no DNFs as a result of that trash crash. So, of course, it was originally going to be a 10-lap sprint, but now it's only going to be a 5-lap sprint to find out who's going to be the first one to make it into the All-Star race. Let's find out. Let's just fast forward through time, because none of you guys really want to see this stuff, though. So let's now fast forward to the point where the pace car drives on to pit road. And now we're going to be single file, so hopefully fewer chance of a crash happening. And green flag is in there once again, the All-Star Open. Clint Boyer leads with William Byron behind and Daniel Suarez in third. Let's see who does what this time by. Oh, looks like the Solus Motorsports rookies near Rebecca have managed to find their way up here. Let's see if one of them might be able to get into the All-Star race. Oh, William Byron now going to make the pass to the inside of Clint Boyer. He's going to go inside him this turn by, and Daniel Suarez also going to peek his nose underneath William Byron. Look at that. Crazy moves by these guys. Oh, Clint Boyer slaps the wall. But William Byron's going to lead this lap, and looks like we are safe from a caution. Yes, indeed. Daniel Suarez is now going to dive his nose underneath William Byron. Oh, William Byron slams the outside wall. Also slamming the wall this time, but Daniel Suarez now in the lead, setting sail, trying to get into the All-Star race. With Rebecca behind him. Rebecca, the rookie, now picking her nose underneath Daniel Suarez. 3 laps to go until we determine the first one in the All-Star race. Rebecca's going to now shove her way underneath Daniel Suarez and now take the lead. Look at that, Rebecca in her first ever All-Star Open already making gains, and she's gonna pull out to a significant lead over Daniel Suarez despite having some scratches on the right side of the car, I mean. But Daniel Suarez now falling back as Rebecca is gonna lead. 2 laps to go, and Rebecca, your leader, can she keep the lead for 2 more laps and make it into the race? I'm not sure. Meanwhile, these guys behind are doing a lot of dicey things, and Daniel Suarez smacks the wall. A lot of smacking into the wall in this race, I've noticed. And Duck, the Great Western Engine, is now passing up Mr. Duck. Oh, and that's a, oh, that was another, okay, that was dangerous, but it's now we're on lap number 10. So one more lap to go. Rebecca needs to lead one more lap to be in the All-Star race. Here she goes. She has to hold off Duck, though. Duck is really pouncing on Rebecca. Rebecca trying her best to hold the lead just for a couple more turns. And Rebecca's going to come off of turn number 4. And Rebecca will lead lap number 10 and will now advance into the All-Star race. She doesn't have to worry about anything for the rest of this race. So Duck the Great Western Engine now just coming up to try and now pass up Rebecca, as there is Can't Drive all the way on the bottom as they both scrape the wall. What is all this scraping wall stuff as they just try to get around Can't Drive? Rebecca still is your lead at the moment, but Duck is now going to try and pounce and try to get past her. So Duck the Great Western Engine going to try to make his way into the All-Star race. He has a bit of right side damage, but so far nothing too severe. Here's Dangerous Hicks currently running in third, a record for Dangerous Hicks. How crazy would it be if Dangerous Hicks made it into the All-Star race? He's catching up to these guys though. So here is Rebecca as your leader, but Duck is now going to try to get past him, and there is Dangerous Hicks back there trying to keep up with these guys. Plus Duck is he's going to peek his nose underneath Rebecca for the lead. And looks like he will. It's a close battle between these guys. Both drivers come from the island of Sovos and the same organization, as Duck is now able to pass Rebecca as Rebecca slams the wall again, and Dangerous Hicks, let's say Dangerous Hicks, no, Dangerous Hicks, now he's gonna put the pedal to the metal and get past Rebecca. So Dangerous Hicks now putting in the underdog effort in this race. This is the best we've seen Dangerous Hicks run this whole entire year, at least in a non-points race. So Duck is gonna lead this lap, and there is Dangerous Hicks in second, but Dangerous Hicks is setting his sights on Duck to try to beat him and get into the All-Star race. So Duck has to lead for a number of laps if he wants to be in the All-Star race, but still has quite a ways to go. This is very dicey. Although anything could happen in the next few laps, as Dangerous Hicks now is just behind Duck. But someone's got to give in eventually. It looks like Dangerous Hicks looks like he is somewhat faster than Duck, so Dangerous Hicks could always make the pass at any point in time. It's a good question of when. Nobody knows when, but could be any time. Yep, there is Dangerous Hicks. Duck wants to be in the All-Star race, but he's going to have to hold up Dangerous Hicks to do it. And there's Oliver behind him as well, so Duck's teammate just behind Oliver as here comes Alex Bowman going very slow on the racetrack. The few are going to get past him, but Dangerous Hicks is going to get held up by Alex Bowman. Shame for Dangerous Hicks. He might be able to do something near the end of the race, but we'll have to find out. Meanwhile, now Oliver, Duck's teammate, is now behind him. So it looks like we might now be set up for a teammate battle here. Both of these drivers do drive for Solus Motorsports too. So we are now developing a teammate battle, as Duck is still your leader, but Oliver is right behind him. And there goes Oliver, gonna dive his nose underneath his own teammate. Oh man, the two Great Western Engines, they're really battling with each other. But Oliver is gonna make it past Duck, as Duck is almost gonna slap the outside wall, but doesn't quite do it. But Oliver is gonna take the lead now in the All-Star Open. He could be the second driver to make it into the All-Star race. Ooh, coming up by, oh, but they both the Great Western Engines slapped the outside wall. That is not good. Oh, here comes Chase Elliott with the run with William Byron on the inside lane. There's Can't Drive there. Oh, Oliver makes contact with Can't Drive, and so do others. That is a crazy thing there. That was insane. Here's Chase Elliott with a crippled car, gonna try to race his way into the All-Star race. Looks like he had the crippled car though, so it's gonna be tricky. Oliver, however, still has the lead. So now, 2 more laps to go for Oliver. He has to be the leader by the end of lap 20, and then he's in the All-Star race. But he has to keep, but he looks like he's going to have to hold up Duck and Chase Elliott to do it for the next 2 laps in the race. Ooh, and the no spike the outside wall that time. So Oliver is your leader, but Duck is right behind him. You could see a last-minute pass for the race. Here comes Duck underneath Oliver. Ooh, they nearly touched, but not quite. Man, imagine that was a finish, but 1 more lap to go in this stage. Chase Elliott now picking his own into both the Great Western Engines. Chase Elliott now trying to race his way into the All-Star Open, but All-Star race, but he has a crippled car. He has Duck on the outside lane. These two are now side by side. It's going to be a drag race through the corner. Let's see if Duck can get the run on the outside lane, or Chase Elliott will hold it until... Nope. Duck can't get the run on it, and he smacks the wall, and Chase Elliott will win in Stage 2, and Chase Elliott will advance to the All-Star race. Now there's one more spot available for the All-Star race, and here is Rebecca. She's now made her way back up here, but oh, well, for a short time period anyway, she smacks the outside wall. So Duck and Oliver are still battling. So if Chase Elliott wins this race overall, then which one of these guys in second place will make it into the All-Star race. Unless, of course, one of these guys... Oh, Duck! Wait, what is this slapping wall stuff going on? This is insane. Anyway, here's Oliver. Now just setting his sights on Chase Elliott. I mean, even if Oliver does finish second behind Chase Elliott, he'll still make it into the All-Star race regardless. But he wants to win either way. And of course, as long as Chase Elliott's still the leader, Oliver doesn't necessarily have to win. He just has to finish second, and he's in. But here comes Daniel Suarez, however, now ready to pounce on Oliver. Oh, Oliver gonna get held up by Lane and Castle on the outside lane. And Chase Elliott getting held up by Eric Jones, now getting into a close battle here. But Daniel Suarez now sticking underneath Oliver. Ooh, this is now the battle for the race right here. For the battle who's gonna make it the final spot into the All-Star race. As there goes Daniel Suarez underneath Oliver. There he goes. And now he's setting his sights on Chase Elliott. Of course, as Daniel Suarez does remain in this position, he won't make it into the All-Star race, but he's going to try to get his first win in something. 2 laps to go in the race. Daniel Suarez now setting his sights on Chase Elliott. Like I said before, Daniel Suarez can hold his position and still make it to the race, but it looks like he might be trying to go all out on Chase Elliott regardless. Here he goes. On Chase Elliott. He's going to step stick his nose, and there he goes. Suarez with the run on the inside lane. And Chase Elliott smacks the wall. That's going to give a clear run for Daniel Suarez that by, but he's going to get held up by Can't Drive for a bit. But here is Daniel Suarez now in position to make the race. He sets the lead for one more lap. He has a humongous lead as the caution has come out on the last lap. And that means Daniel Suarez has to make it to the line. And... he does. Daniel Suarez will be the 3rd driver that makes it into the All-Star race. And Daniel Suarez will also win his first ever non-points race. So there you go. Daniel Suarez finally won something in his career in the NASCAR Skills Cup Series. As Daniel Suarez is victorious in this race overall. First win for Daniel Suarez in a non-points event. However, of course, the pace car came out, so we're going to have to see just what in the world happened there at the end of that race. Or the end of that, that crash. Of course, it's the end of the race, so it doesn't matter now, but let's just see what happened to bring out that caution on the final lap. Let's see. So, lights are on the pace car, and who crashed? Was someone else? Oh, no, it was one of these guys. Actually, I can't really tell. Is it... Okay, was it Can't Drive? It was Can't Drive. He was getting, yep, got picked on by the guys and sent Can't Drive around. Wow, Chase Elliott, lucky. Good thing for Chase Elliott that he already made the race, because otherwise he wouldn't have made it into the race. So there you go, though. That's the end. As I did that, but whatever. So, who cares? He saw the races, so. So with that being said, so just for curiosity's sake, here's the finishings run of this race. Daniel Suarez will win it with Oliver 2nd, Rebecca 3rd, Daniel 6th, 4th, Doug 5th, Chase Elliott 6th, Klimpor 7th, William Byron 8th, Joe Logano 9th, Mommy 10th, Nia 11th, Bub Walsh 12th, Miss Light 13th, Miss Light's brother 14th, Donald 15th, Dirtbird 16th, Reed Sorensen 17th, Lennon Castle 18th, Eric Jones 19th, Alex Bowman 20th, Can't Drive 21st, and Paul Menard dead last in 22nd, all thanks to his accident. So overall, Chase Elliott, Daniel Suarez, and I think it was Duck will make it into the race. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna have to watch this video back and take a look so I know who's the right guy, and then we still get on with the All-Star race. So for me, this will take a little while, but for you guys, it'll be a split second. So that's a split second. Commence, and we shall bring you to the All-Star race. And we are now back at the track and ready for the All-Star race. So this, of course, this is the big race. This is the race, and if you win this race, you don't win any points, but you do win $1 million. So one of these drivers is going to become a millionaire by the end of tonight. However, the way to win this race is a little bit interesting. The winner of this race doesn't necessarily need to cross the finish line first. What they do need to do, however, is lead the most laps. That's right. Every single year, the All-Star race seems to have some sort of gimmick that nobody really likes. And this year's gimmick is going to be who can lead the most laps. Yep, so whoever can lead the most laps in the 20 laps in the race will get the $1 million. So, with that being said, let's now head trackside to give you the starting grid for this race. If I can get the right... Come on, get the right angle. Stupid me. There we go. Starting on the pole for the race is Martin Truex Jr. Alongside him in second is the real Xbox Nerd. Third is Froito Bobbin. Fourth is Kevin Harvick. Fifth is Denny Hamlin. Sixth is Kyle Busch. Seventh is Bank Coaches. Eighth is Gridrin. Ninth is Chase Elliott. 10th is Brad Keselowski. 11th is Tim Tom. 12th is Kyle Larson. 13th is Jay McMurray. 14th is Perez Derp. 15th is Daniel Suarez, 16th is Douglas, 17th is Ryan Newman, 18th is Kurt Busch, 19th is Rebecca, 20th is Ryan Blaney, 21st is Jimmy Johnson, 22nd is Eric Almirola, and 23rd and dead last is Austin Dillon. So now that the field is set and ready to go, these are the guys that met the qualifications for the All-Star race, which is a bit of an interesting story. But regardless, let's get this show on the road. So these guys had 20 laps to duke it out. No stages for this race, just a straight up 20 lap race from start to finish. Who could lead the most laps? That is the question. Also, whoever leads the 0th lap, that makes no sense, doesn't count. But when the first lap is completed, that's when the laps count. So, yeah. So, and caution laps do count. So if you just happen to be in the lead under caution, then you will get some extra laps led. Yeah, so with that being said, let's just see what unfolds in this All-Star race. It should be fun. These, of course, are all the All-Stars of NASCAR, the best of the bunch. Especially closer to the front of the field. So, with that having been said, well, like I said earlier, let's see what happens. And green flag is in the air. The 2018 All-Star race is underway. Here we go. Are we going to see a similar style race to what we saw last time, or are these guys going to race a bit more professionally now? Because, of course, these drivers in this race are a bit more experienced than the drivers that raced in the Open, of course. Oh, here's the race to lead the first lap. It's going to be Martin Truex Jr. Froito Bobbin is going to be close. But Froito Bobbin is your leader, coming off of turn 4, and yeah, crashing ensues. But Froito Bobbin is going to lead the first lap and get a point. As for everyone else, though, the day has now gone pretty spectacularly bad. Oh dear, this is not a good day for a lot of these guys. Well, I say that, a lot of these guys, looks like these guys are all just bunching up doing their thing, so, lol, I suppose. So, let's just see what happened in that crash, let's see. Just out of curiosity. Happened just go off of turn number 4. Same place as the last race. Looks like Bank Coaches was going to the infield, but looks like Kyle Busch was the star of the whole thing for the most part. So let's just go into helicopter camera, see what actually happened. Oh yeah, you can, well, actually, just so you can get a better view of that, let's do that in slow motion. So Kyle Busch does his thing and all the other drivers are trying to get past him, and some of them have a lucky escape, whereas others are, well, not so lucky, I suppose. I'll start out with Bank Cooks going to the inside lane, but, okay, this is actually a little bit salty. So, everyone else had their lucky escape. Looks like Kyle Busch is the only one that was really affected by this, and as for Bank Coaches, yeah, looks like he's fine, so everyone made it cleanly through except for Kyle Busch, so it's not the end of the world, is it now? So Freundel Bobbin is currently your leader. He did lead lap 1, and he will lead lap number 2. So yeah, I guess it's points or laps. Well, yeah, we'll call it lap sled. I suppose we'll get the lap sled statistic. So Freundel Bobbin will lead lap number 2. So he currently has 2 laps led, and I guess now he's just waiting for the pace car to catch up to him. Yes, indeed. Okay. So pace car is here in the field now. He's lining up behind Freundel Bobbin in the pace car, and we shall go green in the next few laps. And as for these guys, I don't know what's happening here. These guys are just all bunched up, although they seem to be getting going now. Come on, guys. Get going. We have a race to run here. Holy moly. Okay, I don't know what the story of these guys is. They're just confused. I don't know. They have to fix themselves eventually because the race can't go green unless these guys sort themselves out. Oh, it looks like Douglas now freed himself from this mess, and now... yeah, looks like looks like cleaned up now, so that's good. So Freundel Bobbin, that was his 3rd lap. Let's say lap number 3. And he's also going to be lap number 4. So Freundel Bobbin with 4 laps led so far. And the place lights are out. And we shall go back to the green flag. Okay, so we're up to the point where we can't fast forward, so yay! Alright, so now let's restart and hope nothing too bad happens from here on out. So Freundel Bobbin is the leader with Denny Hamlin 2nd, Brian Truex Jr. and in 3rd. And green flag is on the way, and Freundel Bobbin will now lead his 5th lap. So Freundel Bobbin with 5 laps led so far in the race. But how many more laps can he lead? That's the question. Imagine if he just leads all the laps and then wins the $1 million. Well, realistically, if you lead 10 laps at minimum, then you can automatically clinch the $1 million. And Freundel Bobbin is currently on his way to doing that. So one of these guys have to pounce on Freundel Bobbin. They're gonna even have a chance to get $1 million. Like here's Denny Hamlin, now trying to chase down Freundel Bobbin. If he wants someone else to win the $1 million, he's gonna have to stick his nose underneath there and then lead the rest of the race. It's gonna be difficult. But that lap 1 caution may have just won Freundel Bobbin the $1 million. But regardless, here's Denny Hamlin trying his best. He's now trying to put the power down on Freundel Bobbin. He only has a few laps left to do it, though. So Freundel Bobbin leads 8 laps. But if Freundel Bobbin leads 11 laps, then he's clinched the race. But here's Brad Keselowski now trying to put the run on Freundel Bobbin. Here he goes. It's going to be a tough challenge, as Freundel Bobbin has been the class of the field this entire season. Oh, looks like someone else is on dirt. No caution, though. 9 laps left, or 8 laps left for Freundel Bobbin, I should say. He leads 3 more, and it's all his. But here's Keselowski trying. Bet you though if the real Xbox nerd or Mark Jr. was up there, they'd be able to get Freundel Bobbin for this money, but they fell out as a result of the caution. And Freundel Bobbin lead 9 laps. 2 laps for Keselowski to get the race back. Looks like it's gonna happen though, once it gets into the last second. Freundel Bobbin has still led the most laps, but Brad Keselowski is right there. And Freundel Bobbin will lead 10 laps. Keselowski can still catch up to the Freundel Bobbin with this 1 lap, and he can tie Freundel Bobbin. But Brad Keselowski has 1 more lap to make something happen. Can he or can he not? This is going to be very dicey. Can Brad Keselowski catch up to Freundel Bobbin? Looks like he can't. And Freundel Bobbin has led 11 laps, and Freundel Bobbin will clinch the 2018 All-Star race. So at this point, Freundel Bobbin is your winner in the race in terms of the statistics. But one of these guys might be able to at least win the overall race. Here's Jay McMurray now on Brad Keselowski's inside. Gonna pass him up. And then Murray gonna try to give Freundel Bobbin a run for his money as Keselowski just slaps the outside wall. So Formula Bobbin has won the money, but someone else could still win the overall race. Of course, winning the overall race means nothing if you didn't lead enough laps. But Jamie McMurray, however, doesn't really care at the moment. As you can see, he is now setting his sights on Formula Bobbin. I should also say that the only reason why Jamie McMurray is in this race in the first place is because he won the All-Star race in, I don't remember when. So that's the only reason why Jamie McMurray is in this race. Otherwise, he would have to be in the All-Star Open. And caution is out again. Oh, man. Danny Hamlin, another, is going for a tumble. Holy moly. That is a... Wow, okay, that's a crash and a half. The field's coming by, though, so they're going to have to... looks like they're already out of harm's way, so that's... It's not the end of the world, but Formula Bum will lead this lap regardless. I mean, he's already won the race, so it doesn't matter. So, why am I even counting anymore? He's already won. But, we can at least go back and see what caused the caution. That is the big question here. Yeah, that is the big question here. So, let's see what happened this time by. He's won on the first race again, this time involving a few guys. So, if we go to the helicopter camera, which is the only camera we can really see. So, Hamlin was just racing his race, and then someone got to his inside, and it was the name of... Can't really tell at the moment. Might be the Relix Box Nerd. No, it's Eric Almirola. Slaps the outside wall. Gets into Denny Hamlin. Relix Box Nerd makes contact with the Relix Box Nerd, but Relix Box Nerd will still have lucky escape. And Daniel Suarez is going to be lucky. Oh, it's going to be close, buddy. Daniel Suarez with the lucky escape. But Jimmy Johnson, however, not the lucky escape. And with nowhere to go, crashes into Denny Hamlin. And Rebecca also with nowhere to go, crashes into the back of each other, sending Denny Hamlin into a flip. That is a bit of a scary sight to see. Let's see what happened from the TV cameras. We can get a bit of a clearer view here. So of course Denny Hamlin was just coming off a Turner, but then he's already spun out, and as a result, Jimmy Johnson with nowhere to go crashes into Denny Hamlin. Almost sends a flip over. Denny Hamlin's already flipping over Rebecca with nowhere to go. So they complete the hit, and Denny Hamlin's gonna flip right over. That is a bit of a scary sight there, but Denny Hamlin now going upside down and is going to take a tumble through the grass. It's now not a so good day for Denny Hamlin as he comes to rest on his tires. We'll see that one more time from the roof cam, just for the fun of it. If I can find the roof cam. Here we go, roof. Because you can't see a ton of stuff from that camera angle, but I guess that's your idea of what Denny Hamlin had to see in that accident. Everyone's going off the track before him, though, so luckily none of these guys up here will be affected by this crash at all, thankfully. And as for the rest of the field, they're just doing their thing. Although we need the pace car, so if the pace car wants to turn up and come to the front of the field, we can get this show continued on the road. Looks like he's just waiting up the field, actually, so Jimmy Johnson's down here. He's going to have to go on a pit road, though, as he has a severely crippled car. The rest of the field, however, they made it through the crash nice and cleanly, but... Okay, these guys are just doing their things as well, so you're going to have to catch the field a bit quickly, so... There you go. So, Jimmy Johnson coming on the pit road because of his blown engine. As for the rest of these guys, how many more will come on the pit road, though? We have Tim, Tom, Bank Coaches, and Douglas. Quite a few of these guys may or may not come down pit road, and they will not. And none of these guys will come down pit road. So Jimmy Johnson out of the race, actually, who's down pit road? Rebecca's actually on pit road, so they're going to try to fix her car up, but we'll see. So only a few laps to go, so there's going to be a sprint now. So one more lap. Oh, and we can't go any faster, so we have to do this. And then we're going to have to just do, as it turns out. So this is now going to be a 2-lap sprint to the finish. Formula Bubba has already clinched the race, but someone else could still come first. Of course, coming first doesn't really matter anymore, but, I mean, someone wants to do it. I mean, of course, I should say, though, I guess the win might still go to the guy as their first or whatever non-points race win. Maybe. I don't know. But Regardless, we get to watch the field, just cruise the track because I can't fast forward anymore because the game won't let me. But oh well, today we have seen an interesting pair of races, nonetheless. Because now might start be asking, well, what's gonna be next year's format? That's a good question, actually. We're gonna have to try and figure it out. Because NASCAR doesn't seem to be too interested in whatchamacallit. Throwing stage cautions, so we'll just have to just wing it. So it's gonna be 2-lap sprint now to the finish. Is Formula Bubba gonna hold on, or is one of these guys gonna get around him? They could, now that they caught up to him. Formula Bubba, however, gonna get the power on the restart. These guys are gonna have to be quick. As Jamie McMurray setting his sights in front of Bobbin with his Chip Ganassi teammate Kyle Larson behind him. He's going to become a teammate battle for second. Kyle Larson might be the next likely guy to pass, well, is now to pass forward to Bobbin as Jamie McMurray's on the crash, inspects the wall. 1 month to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Kyle Larson has 1 more lap to chase down in front of Bobbin and at least win something in this race. Yep, let's see if Kyle Larson can at least salvage something from this race. He's got half a lap left to do it. He's going to try his best, but not enough time. And Fredo Bobbin will once again win the 2018 All-Star race. There is no denying the fact that Fredo Bobbin has been the class of the field this season. So far, 5 wins this season alone in the NASCAR Skills Cup Series. And now Fredo Bobbin is a millionaire. Might put some of that money into his program in the NASCAR Siemens National Series, considering how saltily they've been doing this season. But Fredo Bobbin, not only did he win the race, but he did lead all 20 laps in this race, I should mention. So, if for whatever reason he had to lead all 20 laps in this race to win the thing, then, well, Fredo Bobbin would have done it. But there you go. That's the All-Star race. So Fredo Bobbin has now just got himself $1 million plus $1. And it's Ryan Blaney, who tried his best, but at the end of the day, just couldn't put it together at the end of the day. But oh well, we can't fault Ryan Blaney for trying, can we now? Well, there you go. Let's take a look at the finishing positions for the race. So, Fredo Bobbin, of course, is the winner of the race, the All-Star race. So there you go, with Kyle Larson finishing second, Ryan Newman third, Chase Elliott fourth, Purser fifth, Kurt Busch sixth, Brian Coach is seventh, Ryan Blaney eighth, Gridger ninth, Brett Keselowski 10th, Kevin Harvick 11th, Kyle Busch 12th, Jamie McMurray 13th, Douglas 14th, Martin Truex Jr. 15th, Tim Tom 16th, the Felix Buxner 17th, Austin Dillon 18th, Daniel Suarez 19th, Eric Gunwell 20th, Rebecca 21st, Jimmy Johnson 22nd, and Denny Hamlin rounds up the field in dead last. So, a few guys couldn't complete the race, but oh well, Fredo Bobbin is going to be the only one celebrating today, as everyone else is now just looking forward to next week when we go back to points racing. With that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.